welcome to vlog day number 2, 3, can't really remember. It is Tuesday. I actually have to think about what day it is because I feel like right now every single day is just basically joined into one because there's so much to get done before I fly on Sunday. And it's crazy because I've actually still got my bags packed from last time round. So anyone that doesn't know, the trip was supposed to be about 6 weeks ago, but because of the hurricanes it had to get cancelled, and so it's rearranged for next week. But I'm going to fly out sooner, so I'm flying out Sunday. I'm going to stay there for a couple of days. I'm going to just chill and catch a tan hopefully, and also just relax a little bit and like get into the mode of the week after rather than rushing around. So the bag is still packed by the door. I actually haven't unpacked that. And basically what I'm going to do is just change some of the outfits up because I'm going to add some more sparkles in. I'm also then going to just make sure, do you know what it is? I've actually changed so much since I packed that bag about 6 weeks ago. And that is why when you're growing your own business, it is the biggest personal development journey in the world. Honestly, every single month I'm a new person, and I talk to a lot of people about this. And so all the outfits I packed, I've pretty much like outgrown. It's kind of like I'm 3 years old again and I just don't fit them anymore. But it's not about not fitting them. It's about I literally just have changed so much of my identity and sort of what I stand for. And it's just mad. But I'm not complaining because I love all that about the journey. And so today it's looked like I have finished editing some more of the podcast episodes. What I'm doing is basically just cutting out all the videos and then putting them in to the app that we use, and then it's going to pull out all the social clips for that. I have approved all the emails that my EA has done. You can tell I can't really talk right now because I can't even say brain. It's main. So my brain, whatever it is a little bit mushy. But I've approved all the WhatsApp messages that are going to be put in the group tomorrow, all the emails, and then we're just trying to finalise everything else. All the RISE people are getting onboarded with their plan that they've got coming out for them so that they actually know what to do and how to do it over the next couple of months. And I thought that I was just going to be a guest on another group's mastermind, but I got the wrong day. So I was sitting there on Zoom like this, like just waiting, but actually it's tomorrow. So that's fun for me. And then the rest of today is I've got a couple of more episodes to edit. I've got to finish some client work because I actually do work for Lidl as well. I don't know if anyone knows that, but here you do. Basically what I do for Lidl, if you're not from the UK, Lidl's like a huge supermarket around here. They've got an app, so I design all their assets for their app. So it's fun, it's really fun. But basically I just have to get full on into the creation mode, so I'll be doing that today. And also today I will just be getting everything ready for the launch on Thursday of the podcast, which I'm just so excited about. And I wanted to come on here and say to you guys that you need to fully pick what you really love doing and stick to it, and then just not stop talking about it. So what I mean by this is that me with branding, I always shied away from it a little bit because I just felt almost, it was my own fault because I felt people would get confused by the idea of it. And so because I thought that, basically what that meant is that I didn't actually show it off like I should have done. And so what that meant is that pretty much I have I've sort of like left what I loved and what I was great at to the side to pick almost more of the social media marketing route, and which I love doing, don't get me wrong. However, everything I was teaching my clients behind the scenes all came back down to branding, like their personal brand, their story, how that turns into content, how then their visual brand looks. Then when I was doing design work for people, how that came out of it. And so it's done like a whole 180 the last couple of months, but here I am now really leaning into this brand insight because that is what I know I'm put on this earth to do. I know I'm great at it. Every single one of my clients have always got good results because of their brand standing out amongst anyone else's. But it's not just about visuals, it's about actually how much they show off like who they are online because they're so clear on their personal brand, and then how that relates to their marketing and the strategies. And what they all say is that they find it so much easier to create marketing, like anything to do with their marketing, whether it's funnels, emails, whether it's just different offers that they're creating, like all of this, because of the fact that they have the foundations laid for their personal brand and their visual brand. And so it all just makes so much sense. And that is why I called this a disruptive strategy, because it's exactly that. So it does make them disrupt the online space. And so I don't know, it's been a lot the last couple of months to get my head around this, but actually it was there all the time. But what I was actually saying is, when you do find that thing that you love doing and you're great at it, don't shut up. Because it's funny, in the last week and a half, 2 weeks, by me just banging on non-stop about branding, I've had nearly 5 people reach out to me to either be guests on their podcast, to do talks in their mastermind or their membership or their group, wanting to go live with me. And they've all said about me doing branding. So it's funny that every single thing that I'm saying about, people now want me to come on and be a guest expert and talk to their audience about the power of a brand and how it actually makes such a difference. And so this is why you allow yourself so many opportunities when you do really stay in your own lane, and when you just don't waver off, and when you become so creative talking about what you love doing the most. And so that's my little takeaway from today. I'm literally just making some chicken burgers, I'm making some rice, I am making something healthy because I want to feel good, and the rest of the day I'm going to just finish off all this work. I'm going to make sure everything's finalised. I've got a couple of Telegram days with people today as well, and I'm also going to go to the gym later for a HIIT class, because I thought, let's do it, let's just like push ourselves. I hate going in the evenings, it's dark and like bleh, but I'm going to do it, so I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, bye.
When you surround yourself with the right people, this is when you have your breakthroughs. And I just feel like after that one call where we were just having the warm-up call, meet and greet, that I know that where I feel like I want my business to go now. And honestly, like I said, these last few weeks have been feeling a bit messy, feeling really unsure where I've got ideas, I know where I want it to go, but it's just been all in my head. So I am so excited for these next 6 months, and obviously just to take you guys on this journey with me as well.
Yes, yes, yes. Fuck yes. So I am just on the way to a makeup appointment because for my birthday, my lovely mum got me a makeup lesson, shall I say actually, because I kid you not, I have got so much makeup. I can literally open up a shop. I'm obsessed with makeup and just beauty and health and skincare. And it's funny because considering I work in marketing, I literally get sold into every single ad, anything. When I go to Boots and there's someone there selling me some sort of new whatever it is, I'm probably going to buy it. And so my mum for my birthday got me a makeup lesson by the wonderful Caitlin, and she's going to teach me how to actually use all this shit that I've got, because if I can show you that bag there, it is full of makeup. Some of it has been there for years, so I need to throw it that way. And I've just come off as well another group mastermind session where they invited me in to speak about everything to do with branding. And so what I spoke about today was more about how to really tell your story, how to really lean into like what a good story online within your content consists of, and how can you allow your audience to connect with you on this story of yours like no tomorrow. And so it was a really good presentation. It was only about half an hour. I showed them like different content types that I've done and the reason as to why I've done that. I even showed them about how when you have a reel, the audio should be matching whatever you're trying to tell within that piece of content when it comes to your story. If it's something very meaningful, the last thing you want is to put some sort of rock music to it, because it won't make sense. And so audios, colours that you're using, the words in your caption, the human expressions, they have to all match up to each other in order for the story that you're telling to land like it never has done before. And so there's just a tip for you when you tell your story. Another tip when you come to storytelling is talk from the present tense. So talk as if you are in that moment right now. So what do I mean by this? Let's say I'm saying 5 years ago when I had that accident. We don't want that. We're going to say I'm driving down the road. I'm looking around me at all the different trees, and in front of me outruns Mr. Fox. And basically you need to use your senses. So what colours are the leaves? What colours is the fox? What colours is everything? What do you see? What can you hear? What can you taste? What can you touch? What can you smell? Right? And then talk within the present tense, and that will make your story land so much better. And so that was so much fun. I absolutely love Tom and Anna. It was their mastermind. Tom and Anna are absolutely incredible incredible business owners, and what they've built for themselves, it blows me away. They're insane what they've both built, and so I'm going to be meeting them soon at Freedom Queen Live. I've just unpacked my bags and it's popped out of me. I'll let you guys know how this makeup lesson goes. So I am back from the makeup lesson. I was really sad because my camera died and I couldn't actually show you the before video straight away, and now it's been about 6 hours and I'm very tired, and the makeup I feel like is not as good. However, I have to say it hasn't really moved an inch, but I've had the best day today. I went to the gym, and then I was a guest on the mastermind, and then I basically done the makeup lesson all afternoon, and then I came back and supported some clients in Telegram, and then I had a call with my EA, and we basically went through so much, and we both decided that evenings are so much better for us because we're just so much more creative. And so we were planning the customer journey and what that looked like, how can we make the customer experience so much better, the systems that we have to have in place, what's missing right now and what needs to be done. And then we basically planned all of Black Friday, when to launch everything, what the plan is around that, any sort of final bits for the podcast launch. But yeah, I feel like it's all coming together. It's all definitely coming together. I've just finished editing the last of the podcast episodes, clipped them all up, ready to get put on socials. I've actually decided to make another social account for Can I say the name? Yeah, I can say the name. Dun dun dun, ready, 3, 2, 1. Think Like a Brand. I don't know if I've already told you that, and if I have, this is really awkward, but yeah, Think Like a Brand is the new name because it's going to teach you how to think like a brand, obviously. So I've made a new podcast. No, I haven't. I have made a new podcast. This is when you know my brain is mushy as hell. I made a new Instagram called Think Like a Brand, and I made a new TikTok called Think Like a Brand because the reason for that is because we've got so many social clips now. We were like, why don't we just actually make a separate podcast? Oh my god, done it again. Separate Instagram with all of these and a separate TikTok with all of these, and then we can just get visible in more places and share the right ones to my personal Instagram. So that's the plan. All done that. So the podcast episode is all done now, ready to go for the morning. I'm very tired, not gonna lie, and I learned so many makeup tips today, and I might, yeah, let's go for it. So basically, 2 main tips I learned is put your concealer on after. So I put bronzer on, then I put blusher on, right? Then I put concealer on, because the good thing about that is that you can like blend it all out, and then we put powder on, like set it, then we put setting spray on, and then we went back in with bronzer and a tiny bit of blusher and a tiny bit of highlighter. So basically it was liquid bronzer and blushers first, then concealer, then you set it with a powder, then setting spray, then a tiny bit of powder, blusher, powder, bronzer, powder, highlighter. Game changer. Also, I was so heavy-handed before, and Caitlin was like, what are you doing? And all we have to do is just very, very, very gently just do this, and that is it. And yeah, I wasn't doing that at all. I was definitely doing this, and that's why my face looked like really cakey. And we done eyes first. So I done this side, and then Caitlin done that side, but we done eyes first, which was I don't normally do. And actually I said to her, like, there's so many things I was doing wrong, and I didn't even realise like how many things I was doing wrong. Until she's now made me aware of why my makeup never lasted, why it looked cakey, why it went all blotchy, and why it just didn't look flawless. And so, yeah, definitely start with the eyes and the eyebrows. Game changer, because anything that then doesn't work, you can just blend out. Definitely put all the liquid on first, then powders. And then one more tip I'm going to tell you all is, half lashes, game changer, by the way. I don't know if you can see them, but And then the other thing I was going to tell you all is, Caitlin told me to put a makeup on with a paintbrush. Mad. So good though, because normally I'd just squirt all the foundation on and what you do, but she was like, put it a little bit on like a metal spatula, tiny paintbrush on a tiny bit, and then blend out with a beauty sponge. So much of a game changer, because it doesn't feel like wearing any makeup. Maybe I'll do another vlog on a makeup. Maybe I'll just get Caitlin in here, and Caitlin can just do a vlog on a makeup lesson, because that's definitely going to be so much better. But for now, I'm actually going to hit the sack. I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to actually wake up tomorrow. I've got a whole day of lives with some incredible people talking about their brand. Launch of Think Like a Brand. Going to get as many people to sign up as possible. I'll tell you about the launch of that tomorrow. But for now, bye. Wow. The podcast has officially been launched, and I went to come on here this morning and then got distracted, then forgot, and now here we are 5 hours later coming on to give you guys just the breakthroughs that I've had today. I just feel so happy I could actually cry, because Think Like a Brand just has come so from the heart, I cannot tell you. And I've had that vision for so long, and the way it will look, and the way that the podcast episodes will be put together, and what people can learn from it. And obviously before I did have a podcast, but it was called Dear CEO, and the reason why I changed it, because what did Dear CEO mean? It didn't to me anymore, and it was sort of an outgrown version of me, and now it was kind of Think Like a Brand, and the vision that we have for Think Like a Brand is just next level. So Nina and I last night, we were talking about Think Like a Brand live, and everyone comes to the live event and they've got jumpers on it, on them, and it says like disruptor, and we were just like geeking out and just having a like time of our life, because the vision that I had for Think Like a Brand was basically somewhere where women could come and they could literally blow up their personal brand. They could learn what really goes into a brand, and also they can actually quantum leap their journey and fast pace everything that they want, that's taken me 8 years to actually learn. And so of course we're going to mix in marketing strategies, of course we're going to mix in all the, you know, the sales and the offer suites and the launches and the content and all that sort of stuff, because I love a little bit of strategy. However, I really want a space for you to learn who you are, what is stopping you from becoming that version of you right now, and then how do we actually take that, twist it and put it into the personal brand that you then get known for, because this is what is going into 2025. You need to be known for that brand and how you do things and why you're different, and that comes from you actually getting rid of anything that doesn't serve you right now and actually replacing that with something better. And so that was the goal for Think Like a Brand, and I think we have smashed it. And so today I've gone live 5 times with different people. I've also uploaded an episode each of like a trailer for each episode. I've uploaded a trailer of each episode, shall I say. We've got the WhatsApp group competition going off, and we've got everyone sharing it to stories, and emails are going out. It's been a hectic day, and actually I haven't gone live in quite a while, if I'm honest with you, and today I've gone live 5 times with incredible people. And now, as I am just sitting here, I'm just getting all this like glitter stuff out. Can we look at her? She's cute, right? Because on Sunday I fly, obviously. Oh god, it's getting cold. Whoops. On Sunday I fly to Florida, and Bridget was like, bring anything that's got diamonds, glitter, your best self. And I was like, okay, mission on. And so I've come back with this stuff and love it. I love a bit of glitter going into the Christmas season because I feel like Christmas is just coming so early. But what I wanted to do is just give you the main takeaways from today after talking to each person. So I'm not going to take up too much time with this, but number 1 was Laura. So Laura's all about money expert, finance coach, everything. And so she was really teaching me about how much her personal brand, she makes money fun, and obviously finances, all that sort of stuff, we don't like it. And so what Laura does is, because she's got such a bubbly personality, she basically takes all that and puts it into her personal brand and then makes money fun again. And that's what Laura is very well known for. And Laura lands so many brand deals and is just blowing up on TikTok and Instagram everywhere. And so we spoke about her personal brand and what she thinks is best for others to build that, and that was great. And then the second guest was Rebecca. So Rebecca has actually already come on the podcast and filmed the episode in person in London, and that girl just blows me away with what she knows. And so something that I took away from Rebecca today, because we went live together, to give you guys a little sneak peek, was when Rebecca said that when we were born, we basically had this map, and she was drawing a map, and we hold on to beliefs, and we hold on to those beliefs for the rest of our life. And so let's say someone says to us, oh, why are you going on social media? You look like an idiot, blah, blah. We've all had it, right? And then you get offended. That's on you, because all they've done is basically they've clung on to this belief since they were younger. And then they look at, and I love the way Rebecca described it, she was like, we're all looking through goggles almost. And so these people are only looking through what they know based on their belief system with their goggles. And then what we're doing is basically taking it personally, but actually it's just a projection a lot of the time. And it was just a huge breakthrough, because I've had so many comments said about me lately about, oh god, I don't even know where to start. Like, what are you doing online? Social media is not a real job. Pyramid scheme. You don't earn that. All this. Oh my god, so much comments and just like shade thrown. And it's been a lot, but actually I've grown through it. I've come out the other side, and now when Rebecca said that, I was like, makes so much sense. And that's on me not to let their projections affect me. And actually, that's going to make me go smaller. Because of what? Like, it's ridiculous. And then something Rebecca said was she used to wear these slippers where she used to slip into them. When she slipped into them, she became like her multi-six-figure self, and she would start acting like that person, becoming that person, which I loved, because I think genius. And we don't know pretty much, like our subconscious mind, doesn't know what's right or wrong, and so you doing everything as that version of you would do when you're there now, it's just going to speed up the whole process. I love that. And then we have beautiful Lena come on. So Lena was all about spiritual embodiment, and I loved her approach to her personal brand, because she was saying about how the nervous system has to really feel safe from a body level, but also from a mindset level, and how both of these things are so in correlation to each other. And if, let's say, we're so scared of something, a lot of the time our body feels it, and so we run. But actually what she does, and what she helps her clients with, is combining your body to hold more, but also your mindset to hold more. And she said something about fear, and why fear is actually the best thing, because fear is just a path for us to see what is basically about to happen and go and do it anyway. And it was just so many golden nuggets in that as well. And then we had Pearl. So Pearl, I just love Pearl. Pearl's energy is next level, and Pearl was teaching us all about how pretty much we should move more. And it's really interesting because Pearl's dancing is next level as well. And so she was basically saying that every morning she would move more, and she shakes, and she really like gets into her state in the morning, and her morning routine, what she does, what that looks like, why we should move our body, why we should dance. Pearl started to create sober raves as well, which is fun. I said, please come to London and do that. And about like how we should dance, and how we should do this, and how we should do that, and why we should move our body more rather than keep it stagnant. And she was also saying about, because I said, what would you say to someone who wants to build a personal brand next year? And she was like, do it now. Literally, just do it now. Do it like literally now. What would she do? What would she get rid of? What would she eat? What would she be doing? And then do that now, and then you'll get it. And it's funny that everyone today said something similar in terms of just do that thing now. And then finally we had Irene. So Irene and myself were really good friends. We chat in the DMs all the time. We've never really met, obviously, because she's on the other side of the world. We're going to meet each other next week, which is so exciting. But Irene was all about embodiment within your content and how to unleash this side of you that right now you're probably sitting on, sleeping on, but you really should. I cannot talk, I've spoken far too long today. You unleashing that side of you within your content is actually going to make you stand out so much more. But it's not just a unleash, you know, that vague fluffy shit that we've all heard before. It's about how to actually get into an embodiment practice to really lean into this side of us, to bring her out, that like sexier side of us, that more feminine side of us, and how to bring that out within our content, because that is what sells. And also Irene was saying about switching. Let's say something goes wrong, it's about, okay, switch that thought quickly before we start believing it, and how do we turn that into a belief, which was so good. And then again, back to the morning routine. And so something that I've taken from all of these people today is how much their morning routines are incredible, how much they prioritise and look after themselves, how much they shift their thought beliefs very quickly when something goes wrong, and how each of them all believe and know that they are going to change the world and take over, and they're all going to get to where they want to get to because it's a decision. And that was just huge. And so it was so interesting talking to all these different people from different backgrounds, all from around the world, learning about what they do and like why they're so good and how their brand has had such an impact of them like leaning into this side of them more. So if you haven't, go check them out. They're on my Instagram. And then also, finally, thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the podcast, liked and reviewed the podcast, and it means the absolute world to me. We had so many of you sharing it to your stories. My reach has gone up. Everyone is now just like seeing Think Like a Brand everywhere because I've posted it non-stop today. So sorry if I flooded your feed. But I'm going to head to the bath now because I'm very tired, very knackered again. But I am so buzzing that finally Think Like a Brand has launched. It's out in the open. All the episodes out for the first 4. So go and listen to them. Go and watch them. If you haven't already, let me know how you get on if you haven't already. And I will speak to you all in the morning at my Pilates class. I am just sitting here and I think that I have made it into the charts. And I was like, I've got to get this on video because this is the biggest thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And I look like this. Don't even ask what this thing is in my head. But I'm going to turn my screen around and you can see, because basically, for those of you who didn't know me, obviously, Think Like a Brand used to be called Dear She Yo, and then we changed it. So I'm on Chartable, and can we just take a second? Apple Podcasts, Great Britain, marketing, right? Uncensored CMO, Dear She E-O, right? Can you just see below me? You've got Jenna Kutcher, you've got Amy Porterfield, you've got Girls in Marketing, you've got all these people, and I am number 2. And then if we go back and I show you this, let me see if I can zoom in. Is that going to work? Oh, there you go. Can we just take a second for that? 113 in Great Britain businesses, number 2 in Great Britain marketing, 51 in Canada marketing, 66 in Germany marketing, 131 in Brazil marketing. But honestly, this one, can we just please take a second? Amy Porterfield, Jenna Kutcher. Whoa. I don't know whether to laugh, cry. I don't even know if this is a thing. I'm waiting for Nina to wake up because it's very late. And I've texted Nina being like, is this a thing? I don't know what I'm looking at. I need you to wake up. Okay, I'm going to wake up in the morning, see what she replies, let you guys know if I'm actually not. Hang on a second. Can we just take a second? I didn't even see this. Gary V. I'm literally above Gary V. Amy Porterfield, I'm above. Gary V, I'm above. Jenna Kutcher, I'm above. Girls in Marketing, I'm above. Who else have we got here? April Dunford. Don't know who the rest of them are. Can you imagine? Okay, I'm going to let you guys know in the morning what is the deal. I'm going to actually try and get some sleep now. Okay, so I just went on Apple, typed in marketing into the actual Apple website. Hang on. Right. Okay, marketing. Can you see? Marketing. Yeah. And here we are. And I'm scrolling down. Amy Porterfield, Gary V's there. Like, these are incredible. Like, Go Digger there. And if you scroll down, you can see, who is that?
I don't even know if this is a thing. I might not even be in the charts. I've got no idea what I'm looking at. However, I don't think it's a coincidence that when you type in marketing, there's only about 50 different episodes on that one page. Like, that's it. That must mean something. Who knows? Who knows? I've got to go sleep and wait until Nina texts me in the morning and basically be like, you've charted, or you've basically been like, no, you haven't. Okay, now I'm definitely going to go. I just came off the phone with Nina and she told me that the podcast is at number 2 in Great Britain in the marketing charts, and it's above Gary Vee, Jenna Kutcher, Amy Porterfield, and it's sitting at number 2. And all night I was thinking, is it not? Like, oh my god, I just didn't know. And she just confirmed it. And so we done it. We got it in the charts. We got it to number 2, and we got it to number 2 in the marketing space, which is just huge because there are some big names. I mean, Gary Vee, what the fuck? But we done it, and this is why I have to tell you something that yesterday, when I was thinking about all of this, every time I went to the whole, is it going to go in the charts? My mind was almost trying to say, no, it's not going to. It's huge. It's such a big deal. Like, it's hard to do that. You need like hundreds of listens. And I had to really catch myself when my brain was trying to think that and say that, because obviously we attract what we say out loud. And so every time someone said to me, is it going to go in the charts? I've always been very bad. Actually, I've got a lot better over the last 6 months. But before that, I've been the person was like, no, it's not, because I would rather say it's not and have to just not set myself up to feel like if it didn't happen, like sad. And so I'm changing that. I'm wiping that, and I'm actually saying, yes, it's going to the charts. Yes, I'm going to attract this. Yes, I'm getting that. It's already happened. And it feels a little bit stretchy, but it works. And it worked because last night when I was talking to someone about the podcast, I said, yeah, it's going to go into the charts in the morning. I visualized it. I manifested it. I just knew it. I just had the feeling that it would. And last night I couldn't sleep and I had to check that chart, as you've seen in this last video. But now we've got confirmation. So we did it. Even the sun's like coming into this party with me. I'm sitting in the car. I've just had my eyebrows laminated. I don't know if you can see, but they look so good. I'm trying to, no. Let's come down here. They look really, really good. They're not even dyed. I don't know what the colour coordination's doing today, but I'm just basically getting everything done. I've just got my nails done. Where are you? I'm going to have to show you my nails in the sun. Okay, you can't even really see them, but they're chrome. Look at that. And so it's happened. This is just the start of Think Like a Brand. This is the start of everything. This weekend I fly to Florida. Everything's coming together and I'm just so excited because I've worked my, I don't want to swear, but I've worked my arse off. Yesterday was a long day, and the day like leading up to this podcast launch, as you guys have seen, I'm so glad I've documented it. I have been like having late nights editing it. The Premiere Pro wanted to shut down, nothing wanted to work, moving all like getting like the audio together with the videos and making sure they're all cut, because when I filmed it there's 3 different cameras and so you have to cut all the different angles together. That was a whole thing on its own, adding captions, like all of it, but we got there and it charted. So watch this space. Yesterday I feel like there were so many emotions the day before. I was so busy. I was like, you know when you're just an all-time go and then I came like this, and then yesterday I was sort of sitting in it, and then today I just feel so weird. But yesterday I had a great day with my clients. So I had 4 of them in Telegram, and they all are so different in what they do. And then we were talking about office suites. We were talking about, what were we talking about? We were talking about, yeah, one of the girls were talking about how she can define her brand and how she's so different, and what is it about her that is different from anyone else in her industry, and how can we pull all of that together and position her away from everyone else. And then we spoke about her visual branding and what colours she's using now versus what she wants to be using based on the identity that she really wants to adopt, and how the colour she's using now actually doesn't give off authority and it actually gives off a bit of nice girl energy. And it's amazing that when all this starts to click, it's incredible how much it changes your business. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. And then another girl we were talking about, she's going into a launch for her membership, so we were planning a bit of a launch around that with the content that she needs, and again how she can position herself and what her ideal client needs to hear to get into this membership versus what they've already heard 10 times before. And then the other one, we were talking about her brand as well. Very, very brand work yesterday. So we were talking about what makes her brand hers, and what makes her story, what does she want, her goals. I asked them all. Jesus Christ, I just choked on a bit of spinach. This is my little green smoothie. Can you believe this thing cost me £5.50? I don't even know what's in it. It tastes like broccoli and green. And again, I got sold into it because it said HIIII and I wanted HIIII after this gym session. But I'm telling you now, £5.50 for that thing. Anyway, what we were talking about is, oh God, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, what I was speaking to her about is how can she, because she does emotional eating, like binge eating, but also she does human design. And we were talking about how the human design is so different from anyone else that does emotional binge eating sort of strategies and work. And so where she brings in the human design, and the reason as to why she does that with the visualization mixed in with her knowledge around eating, and she's studying, was it biochemistry, neuroscience, something cool at university. And I was like, wow, this has to come out because this is what makes you you and this is what makes you different. And so we were talking about how to bring that out more, her office week. Oh, that's what I was talking about. The vision. I asked them, oh, what is your vision? And they all had different visions. And so this is where I see a lot of people go wrong. There's no point you creating a business based on someone else's vision, because when you get there, it's going to feel like shit and you're going to be overworked, and you're not going to be doing what you want to do. And so it's so important that you actually create a vision around what you want and then have the offers and the brand that matches that. Otherwise there's going to be a disconnect and you're going to fall out of love with what you're doing. I've had this before where I was so focused on the do that I fell out of love with the vision. And so I felt like I was just waking up and just carrying on without an actual goal. And then I had to call myself out on my own shit. And then I started to go, right, this is the vision. This is what I really want. And this is what I look at it now in the back of my head and it's there. That's what motivates me every day. That's what keeps me going. That's what I look at when I feel like utter shit. And so if you're not having a vision, get one. And then yesterday I was just basically trying to get as much work as I can do before I go to Florida. And I was thinking, I was looking on TikTok last night and I was trying to find, does British Airways flights allow you to have Wi-Fi? Because that's 10 hours of solid work that I can get done. And in the sky, in a tube, with a little bit of a champagne next to me, I could get some great pieces of content out. But I don't know until I'm there. So I'm going to hope and pray to the gods that there is Wi-Fi on that plane. So I'll let you guys know. And then this morning I've woken up and I feel a bit anxious. I feel a little bit like I want to cry. It might be because I'm coming on my period. It might be because there's just so much happening at the moment. But I just felt really emotional, and I'm not really one to cry that much, to be honest. But I don't know. I just felt like I'm going on my own tomorrow, flying 10 hours. Then I'm going to meet Jojo there. We're going to stay together, thank God, because we always bounce off each other and light each other up so well. But then going to the event and then staying on my own after, I think it's where I'm being on my own. It's great. I literally love time on my own so much because it makes me so grounded and makes me think. But also it can be a bit like, wow, now you've got to look at yourself for who you actually are. You've got to call yourself out on your own shit that you know is stopping you, and you've got to let that go. And I think when we're do all the time, we kind of push a lot of emotions that we feel to the side and not think about them. And so when it does all slow down and you do have time to relax, everything that you've almost been pushing to the back of your head comes forward, and that can make you a bit emotional. And I'm not even emotional for that, but it's just, I can describe this as I feel like I'm letting the old Remy go. And the old Remy can't come with me to this trip anymore. And the old Remy has left the building, and the new Remy has to get onto that plane. She has to go to Florida. She has to be around all these incredible people. She has to show up how she wants to show up. She has to be confident because she knows she's got what it takes to get to where she wants. She's so clear on her vision, and she can't waver off that anymore. She can't almost tiptoe in and out. And it's like, I know that and I can feel it and it's here, but there's just 10% of me now that I have to basically be like, bye bitch, let's go. You're getting left behind, and I'm getting on that plane without you, and I'm stepping into my new identity. And it's just like shedding emotion, sad, happy, anything. But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit tired. Maybe it's because I'm just excited. And so what I do in these moments, and I just put this on my story, is you have to not let this emotion sit on you, because if you do, it will turn into severe anxiety and you'll feel like utter shit, and you will just, honestly, it'll feel 10 times worse. So when you feel this moment and you feel anxious and you feel it in your chest, do something to move, dance, walk, do anything. I don't know. So to me, this looked like, this morning I went to Blaze again, and I went to Blaze because 4 days out of the month they have a feature week, and on that feature week it's like all these cool songs mixed together, and I just love it because dancing, I definitely don't dance. Going to the gym, doing a workout with great songs in the studio, banging music out, that's my therapy. I'm boxing like this, and then I'm singing to Whitney Houston, and then I'm running, and then I'm singing to Grease and Queen. It's just, that to me is happiness. And as I'm running, there's a mirror in front of me, and I'm like this, and I was thinking about all these feelings that I was feeling. And I was looking at myself and I was like, you've got this. So I turned up the treadmill. I was sprinting by this point, and I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was thinking, you've got what it takes. And the way that I envisioned it is like anything that's coming at me, any comments, any people that I just shouldn't be around, like anything that I am letting get into me now, I envisioned having like a metal container around me. And when it hit me, it basically went ping. So I was literally like this, ping, and it was pinging off me like all the time. And so anything didn't seep into my skin, I literally just, it flew off. And so I was like, yes, this feels great. I'm running. This is like me stepping into my next identity. And I hit, I think like 550 calories. And then I was like, I'm not done. Let's go to the gym again. So I went to the gym, I came out of the studio, went into the gym, done legs because swear to God, that finish is literally just sitting in my throat being like this. Yeah, I done legs in the gym and I felt so much better because I felt like that movement that was sitting here all morning, it just flew off. And it's still there a bit, but in these moments, this is where I do the tapping. So I'm going to go home and do the tapping because you have to train that nervous system of yours to not let go of this power that is within you right now. Because when you can turn this feeling of I'm about to step into my next identity and I'm about to level up, you have to train your body to meet that feeling and hold it and embody it. And so you can step into this next person. Otherwise, that feeling, right, is just going to overwhelm you, get the better of you, and you won't embody it. And you'll never get to your next level. The way I look at it is like, you are meant to get to your next level. End of. Like, you will always get there. And the universe is going to keep giving you signs in this feeling when you're feeling a bit like, I can feel something within me. I don't know, like I feel like I'm getting to this next level. That feeling, you all know that feeling. You have to train your body to adapt that feeling and take it in and embody it. Let it go all through your veins, all through your skin. Put that new like skin on, and so you can then attract more, show up better, walk more confidently, be that next version of yourself. And that is where you're going to get to your next level. And this is why I say it's not just about you learning a strategy all the time. Because yeah, I can teach you a strategy, but every time if you're feeling that anxious feeling, you're not letting it actually turn you into that powerful, disruptive leader. The strategy is never going to work. And so this is my reminder to you, is that when you feel like you're on the edge, go to the gym, go for a walk, do a dance, do the tapping, breathe, anything that you feel like you are basically training your body to go, I've got this, I've got you, we've got this, I can handle this, bring it on. The way I look at it is like, you're sitting here with all these things and it's just like, yeah, I've got you all, I can handle it, and now let's fucking go. And that's the way you've got to like deal with it. That's what has got me to my next level, and again and again and again and again. And so do that. Do not let it get the better of you, because when you do, I've just had a massive deja vu. Anyway, when you do, it will just take over you and you're never going to get to your next level. But I'm going to go now. I'm going to spend today trying to finish packing. Hate it. Absolutely hate packing. I need to find someone that I can pay to actually come and pack for me. But I will speak to you soon. And then this is going to be towards the end of the vlog now. And then the next vlog is going to be me on the plane and me taking you to Florida with me. So today I went to the gym, obviously, as you saw. I look a little bit better than that now. And then I done some packing, and then I went and got my hair done. So I was supposed to be having like toner, but we didn't get time. And so all I done is actually got my fringe cut, and that was it. Bit of a wasted trip, if I'm honest with you. I should have definitely just done it myself. And here we are. But it's now Saturday night. I've just finished having a Chinese. I'm going to just pack my last little bits. I feel a bit better now. I still feel a little bit like, I don't know, a lot of feelings today, if I'm honest with you, a lot of change. I feel like I'm definitely having to let the old Remy go today and step into the new fun one. And with that comes a lot. And so, yes, I saw my brother and my sister-in-law tonight. And now I'm going to head to bed soon, finish packing. There's lots and lots of sparkles. I'll actually show you. There are lots of, where are we going? Down here. Why is this thing not moving down? Bear with. There's like sparkles here, more sparkles, and then I got this shirt, which is just my favourite thing in the world. Can we just take a second for that detail on that shirt? And then I got some like sparkly shoes over here. These are cute, and these are cute. And then we've got sparkles here. But for now, hang on. I'm still getting used to this camera, as you can see. But for now, this vlog has come to an end. This week has been mega, and I know that next week's going to be even bigger. And so I'm going to say goodbye to you guys, goodbye to this identity, and hello for the next one.